Okay, Ben, can you tell me about your paper, Influencing Trust and Confidence in London Met?
Okay, yeah. The context of this paper is the current and new government performance targets of policing in England and Wales, which has an overarching headline target, which was improve public trust and confidence in the police. And one of the main questions that arises from this new performance target is, can the police actually do this? And while there's quite a well-known and established link between personal contact with the police and higher or lower levels of trust and confidence, depending on how that contact goes, obviously, there's more of a question of whether the police can influence trust and confidence among those members of the public who don't have regular contact with the police. So what we do in this paper is capitalise on an ongoing survey that the London Metropolitan Police runs in 7 wards in London. They do a survey there every year. And we capitalise on the existence of that survey by dropping specially designed leaflets in 3 of the 7 wards, but not in the other 4, at one point halfway through the survey period for all 7 wards. And what this essentially does is create a quasi-randomised experiment where the leaflet drop becomes the treatment, and you have before and after groups, before and after the leaflet drop, and you have control and test wards. And then using very simple statistical techniques, you can then analyse whether something that happened on the day of the leaflet drop affected trust and confidence in the test wards compared with the control wards. And what we do, in the paper we show quite conclusively that something on that day affected public opinion or public trust and confidence in the police in the test wards, and this didn't happen in the control wards. Now, of course, you can't be 100% sure that it was the leaflet drop. So what we also do in the paper is do some media analysis and look for things that were going on about policing in London on and around the day of the leaflet drop. And what we found is there were some things. There was some news about the knife crime, inverted commas, epidemic that was going on along at the time, and there was also some reports about Ian Blair and accusations of racism made against him. And we could identify in the data potential effects from these media reports. Obviously these effects were happening in all 7 wards. So we can find, so that makes us even more certain that the effect in the test wards we got can be attributed to the leaflet drop. And to cut a long story short, what we do is we find that the leaflet appeared to have a positive effect on overall trust and confidence in the police. It also had a positive effect on the level of community engagement that people thought the police were exhibiting in those areas. And it also appeared to have a buffering effect on a decline in confidence in police effectiveness. So what I mean by that is police effectiveness fell in all 7 wards, but it fell by less in the control ward, in the test wards compared with the control wards. And obviously this overall decline in effectiveness can perhaps be attributed to the stories in the press about knife crime and kind of internal squabbling. So this paper actually contains some quite strong messages and quite strong positive messages for the police in London and elsewhere, that if you design proper leaflets that communicate to people things that they find important in their local area and what you're doing about them, this can have a positive effect on trust and confidence among the general population, and not just among people who have regular contact with the police.
If people want to find more about this topic, where can they access your paper?
It's available at Policing and Society, if your institution has a subscription, and also you can contact me or one of the other authors, Katrin Hohl or Stanko, and we'll be happy to send you a copy.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.